Jacob & Co. isn't about subtlety, heritage, romance, or safe design. This brand exists to shock, dominate wrist presence, and turn mechanical watchmaking into spectacle. Every piece you are about to see isn't just a watch. It's a statement of excess, engineering ego, and unapologetic luxury. If you're looking for quiet refinement, you're in the wrong place. But if you feel you're in the right place, watch closely. This isn't surface-level luxury. This is how the top of the watch market really works. Let's start. Number 14, Jacob & Co. Brilliant Icy Blue Sapphires in stainless steel, retail $26,400. And yes, that price will annoy mechanical purists. But that is the wrong lens to judge it through. This watch isn't about movements. It's about gem-setting execution. The icy blue sapphires are hand-cut, color-matched, and precisely set. That is where the money actually goes. Using stainless steel instead of gold is intentional, not cost-cutting. It sharpens the contrast, modernizes the look, and makes this version rarer than the precious metal variants most people chase. The quartz movement is deliberate, thin, reliable, and appropriate for a jewelry first piece. If you want Jacob & Co. high jewelry impact without six figures, this is one of the smartest entry points they offer. Number 13, Jacob & Co. Epic X Skeleton Black Titanium, retail $26,400. This piece exists to prove that Jacob & Co. isn't only about shock value and diamonds. The black titanium case keeps weight low while delivering a stealthy, aggressive presence that actually works for daily wear. What you're paying for is the architecture, a fully skeletonized layout with bold X-shaped bridges that put the movement front and center instead of hiding it behind a dial. This isn't delicate open work. It's muscular, modern, and intentionally loud. Manual wind caliber, 48 hours of power reserve. Compared to Jacob & Co.'s six-figure spectacle pieces, this is one of the brand's most rational buys. Demand stays strong, resale holds close to retail. Black titanium execution is scarcer than standard finishes. If you want a skeleton watch with real presence, not subtlety, this one earns its price. Number 12, Jacob & Co. Brilliant Mystery, Pavé Diamonds Rose Gold. Retail $92,400. This is not pretending to be a watch first. It is high jewelry that just happens to tell time. The 44mm solid 18-karat rose gold case is completely engulfed in Pavé diamonds, including the dial. Executed with gem setting that only makes sense at this level. Dozens of stones, perfectly matched, perfectly set, zero tolerance for mistakes. The quartz movement will upset purists, and that is good. Mechanical complexity isn't the value here. Visual dominance and gem quality are. Under six figures, very few watches deliver this much sparkle, weight, and status without crossing into novelty territory. Collectors underestimate brilliant mystery models, and they shouldn't. Full pavé, large case, rose gold. These are the combinations that hold demand. Number 11, Jacob & Co. Gotham City Black DLC Titanium. Retail $253,000. This is where Jacob & Co. merges Haute horology with superhero storytelling and gets away with it completely. The 45mm titanium case coated in black DLC combines lightweight durability with a stealthy, modern aesthetic that is unlike anything else at this price. The skeletonized dial draws inspiration from Gotham City and Batman iconography. The manual winding flying tourbillon demonstrates serious mechanical mastery beneath all the theatrics. Limited production ensures exclusivity. This is the perfect entry into Jacob & Co.'s ultra-luxury complication portfolio. Serious engineering wrapped in a narrative-driven design that no other watchmaker would dare attempt. For collectors who want horological substance and cultural storytelling in one piece, Gotham City delivers both. Number 10, Jacob & Co. Casino Tourbillon. Retail $324,000. This is what happens when horology stops taking itself too seriously and gets away with it. You are paying for a flying tourbillon and a fully functional roulette wheel. Not marketing fluff, that roulette is not decorative. Press the pusher, the wheel spins, and physics decides the outcome. Ridiculous? Yes. Technically impressive? Also yes. The black aventurine dial matters more than people admit. It gives depth, contrast, and a star-field backdrop that keeps the chaos controlled. Without it, this watch collapses into gimmickry. The 47mm gold case is unapologetically large. Shrinking, it would kill the drama. 72-hour power reserve. Extreme low production. Resale stays strong despite the niche appeal. This is not for cautious collectors. It's for people who understand that originality, not restraint, is what actually holds value at this level. Number 9. Jacob & Co. Brilliant Skeleton Baguette White Diamonds. Retail $352,000. This piece exists to overwhelm. Visually, materially, unapologetically. The 44mm 18-karat gold case and bracelet are flooded with baguette-cut white diamonds. Each stone precision set to preserve clean lines rather than chaos. And that restraint matters, because beneath the ice sits a manual winding skeleton movement, fully exposed and intentionally framed, not hidden behind sparkle. Most jewelry watches stop at decoration. This one doesn't. You are paying for the collision of haute horology and high jewelry, something very few brands attempt and fewer execute well. Not subtle, liquid, or practical, it's a crossover trophy for collectors who want mechanical legitimacy and maximal presence, without jumping into seven-figure Astronomia territory. Number 8. Jacob & Co. Astronomia Solar Constellations Rose Gold Citrine Center. Retail $382,800. This is not a watch you wear. It is a kinetic sculpture that just happens to tell time. A 3-axis tourbillon rotates beneath a sapphire dome, while gemstone planets orbit a glowing citrine centerpiece, all set against an aventurine night sky. Nothing here is decorative filler. Every element is moving, balanced, and deliberately excessive. The 44mm rose gold case exists purely to showcase the spectacle. Downsizing would destroy the concept. 48 hours of power reserve, produced in tiny numbers. Collectors buy this because it is instantly recognizable, brutally complex, and impossible to replicate. This is flagship Jacob & Co. territory. Not a compromise piece, not an entry point, the real thing. Number 7. Jacob & Co. Bugatti Chiron Tourbillon Rose Gold. Retail $445,500. This is not a watch pretending to be inspired by a car. It is a mechanical homage to one. Inside the oversized 55 by 44mm 18-karat rose gold case, a miniature V16 style engine block animates on demand, moving like pistons under sapphire windows. That alone separates it from 99% of high-end watches. Add a flying tourbillon, manual winding movement, and extreme low production, and you are looking at a crossover grail. This is not about subtlety, heritage, or daily wear. It's about spectacle executed with real horology, not gimmicks. Collectors buy this because nothing else blends hypercar culture and haute watchmaking this convincingly. Loud, rare, deliberately excessive, exactly the point. Number 6. Jacob & Co. Twin Turbo Rose Gold. Retail $484,000. This is Jacob & Co. at full throttle with no attempt at restraint. Inside the massive 57 by 52mm 18-karat rose gold case, 2 independent triple-axis tourbillons spin simultaneously, each one a technical nightmare to design, regulate, and assemble. Very few brands on Earth can execute even one. Jacob builds 2. The skeletonized architecture puts everything on display: motion, tension, excess. A monopusher chronograph and a decimal minute repeater push it further into horological insanity. This is not elegant, subtle, or practical, and that is exactly why collectors want it. The Twin Turbo is bought by people who already own everything else and want proof-of-work horology, not tradition, pure mechanical dominance at any cost. Number 5. Jacob & Co. Opera Godfather 50th Anniversary White Gold. Retail $640,000. This is not subtle luxury, it is theatrical dominance. The 49mm 18-karat white gold case houses a working music box that plays the Godfather theme on demand, paired with a triple-axis tourbillon and rotating cinematic elements under sapphire. That alone disqualifies it from any conversation about value for money. And that is the point. You don't buy this to impress watch collectors obsessed with finishing angles. You buy it because no other watch turns cinema history into a mechanical performance. Production is brutally limited. Demand is emotional. Resale stays strong precisely because nothing else competes with it. Not a watch. A moving monument to excess, nostalgia, and unapologetic taste. Number 4. Jacob & Co. Astronomia Tourbillon Rose Gold. Retail $660,000. Nothing announces extreme horology quite like this. A 50-millimeter sapphire domed sculpture with 4 rotating arms, showcasing a triple-axis tourbillon, time display globe, and diamond, all dancing in perpetual motion. Every angle screams mechanical bravado. Celestial artistry combined with gemstone spectacle at a level that almost no other brand attempts. Extremely limited production ensures exclusivity. Flagship status guarantees lasting prestige and resale appeal. This is Jacob & Co.'s crown jewel, not a compromise piece, not a stepping stone. The ultimate middle ground grail, rare, eye-catching, and unmistakably Jacob & Co. For collectors who want to elevate their collection into true Haute horology territory, this is where the conversation ends. Number 3. Jacob & Co. Mystery Tourbillon, Black Sapphires White Gold. Retail $990,000. What makes this piece unsettlingly impressive is that your eyes cannot immediately explain what they are seeing. The twin tourbillons appear to float in open space, unsupported, almost defying physics. That illusion alone places it in a category most Haute horology never touches. The 44mm white gold case completely wrapped in black sapphires pushes it further into art object territory rather than conventional watchmaking. Not about legibility or daily wear, it's about shock value executed at the highest technical level. Production is brutally limited. Resale is strong, not because it is practical, but because nothing else looks or behaves like it. This is the kind of watch collectors chase once they are already bored of everything else. Number 2. Jacob & Co. Astronomia Dragon Green Dragon. Retail $1,430,000. A true fusion of mythology and horology, and one of Jacob & Co.'s most audacious creations. The 47mm 18-karat rose gold case beneath a massive sapphire dome features the brand's signature four-arm Astronomia movement with a triple-axis tourbillon, complemented by a hand-sculpted green dragon coiled inside the case. Each dragon is meticulously hand-engraved and hand-painted. No two pieces are truly identical. Aventurine base, rotating celestial display, gemstone globe, diamond accents, produced in extremely limited numbers. It retains strong collector value and appeals to both watch enthusiasts and art connoisseurs. This is a mythical centerpiece for any ultra-luxury collection. Spectacle, rarity, and prestige at the absolute highest tier of watchmaking. Number 1. Jacob & Co. Billionaire Ashoka. Retail $7,700,000. This isn't a watch you justify with logic. It is a declaration of financial dominance. The Ashoka cut diamonds alone tell you who this is for. Collectors who don't care about mass appeal and actively avoid anything recognizable. Those elongated diamonds aren't just rare, they are a nightmare to source and set, which is exactly why the price is so obscene. The tourbillon almost feels secondary here, and that is the point. Jacob & Co. knows that mechanics are expected at this level, but excess is the real complication. Wearability is irrelevant. Subtlety is non-existent. Resale only works because so few people on the planet can even touch one. If you're asking whether it's worth it, you're already not the buyer. 14 Jacob & Co. watches, $26,000 to $7.7 million. From high jewelry brilliance to mind-bending tourbillons, every piece sits somewhere between horological art and wearable flex. Jacob & Co. plays a game that very few brands even dare to enter. Love it or hate it, you cannot ignore it. Which piece is your favorite? Drop it in the comments. Smash that like button and subscribe to Luxury Atlas. I will see you in the next one. Stay classy.